Mic check, mic check, mic check. Man, I'll be honest with you. I haven't been posting so much simply because of the fact that, man, the issue with my leg, it's been a little overwhelming. The cost of surgery, the cost of medicine because I ended up on blood thinners because they found two blood clots in my leg, my lower leg, and then just the ability of not being able to walk. So like all that, like just I went to the ER Friday, and that kind of messed up some showings and stuff that I had, and getting ready to talk about this, it's kind of silly because I'm complaining about having to mess up my schedule when in reality this stuff could have been really dangerous, but fortunately it wasn't. And prioritizing me, my life, so it was just one of those days where everything just kind of came all at once, and I kept getting punched, and it just one thing after another. Then I ended up at Walgreens buying the medicine that they prescribed me, and that was gonna be about $800. And then it ended up getting down to like $650 with the coupon that one of my friends sent me. So it was just a lot, and fucking mosquitoes. And I tell you what, man, when I sat down on that couch when I came home Friday, I just sat there and I was just like completely overwhelmed. And I propped my leg up and just to get the blood flowing and just kind of relax a little bit. And I kid you not, I was like so overwhelmed that like part of me wanted to cry. I've gotten a lot better at controlling my emotions and processing things as to, this is just a season. This is a test. This is life, is testing you to see if you're going to get through this or not. But man, that day I felt like I was tested constantly throughout that day. And, it just, like I said, I came and sat down, and man, I was just like overwhelmed, and I really, really genuinely wanted to cry. But because I've gotten better at, processing things, I just kind of worked myself through everything, and I started to quickly allow myself that temporary window to be in my little funk. But then I was like, okay, cool. Now what do? You're home. You're not in the emergency room. You did have blood clots, but they weren't, enough to where they needed to operate on you. It was taken care of with medicine. Yes, it was expensive, but you had the money to do it. So therefore, you didn't really have a problem, right? So then I went to sleep. I got up that Saturday and I conducted business as usual because one, my legs hurt. I can still crutch around, right? So I've got my trusty crutches here, but people were dependent on me to conduct business and needed to move to go do some showings and do whatnot. And again, I am in no position to just sit back and just relax. I've got to work. I'm self-employed. This is part of the journey that I'm going through that I decided to venture out on. So it's no one's fault but mine. So there's a lot of things that I have to do. Showing up for work and showing up for the clients that I have is one of those. And so I conducted business as usual. I had a great day after that. Submitted some offers, updated some contract information for some repairs that we're doing on a property that I have listed, and just things were moving. So I was still dealing with, the uncomfortableness of this issue, and still the pressure of the financial cost that it's going to end up being to fix this, and then still learning to walk and not be so dependent on the crutches again, and start to utilize my leg so that I don't completely lose the muscle and the movement in this, right? So trying to kind of process that, and then also trying to process the fact that I do need rest and I do need to slow down. I'll tell you something else that's been really difficult for me is the accepting help. That has been something for me that is really, really hard. And I don't mean in a sense of the bigger things. I know I can't walk, so I'm not going to go try to move something heavy. And it's the little things. My neighbor came over and she mowed my front yard. And it didn't sit right with me. It's It's me dealing with my own issues and my own things, right? And I I just shout out to Scallywags. It's one of my favorite places to go eat and hang out. But yeah, it's just me dealing with my own stuff. Like, I don't know what it is. Is it the man thing that I got to do everything? I don't know if it's that. I don't want to use that as an excuse. It's just I deal with the difficulty of accepting help. I asked my little brother to come by and do the backyard because it was getting pretty long, and my sweet neighbor again, she comes over and she'll cook dinner for she's widowed, and so she's like, man, they don't sell single servings of food, and I'm not gonna eat all this food, and so this food's gonna go bad. So I'm gonna make you dinner while I'm here home from work. That way you can, you got something to eat. So I feel guilty taking the help, and I know it sounds really stupid, it sounds really silly, but that's just what I feel, right? So I'm learning right now to, one, not allow this issue with my leg to be a major setback, because in the bigger scheme of things, it is something difficult that I'm going through. It is something painful. It is something expensive. But above all, not only do I have the support of friends and family, but I'm eligible, or really, I guess I'm eligible to work from home, because I use a lot of my computer, my phone, emails, phone calls. There are a lot of things that I am able to do from the comfort of my couch with my leg up, allowing myself to rest. And when it comes time to getting out physically, showing properties and meeting with clients, I can delegate some of that to one of the individuals on my team that helps me with that. So the curse and the blessing is I'm not able to do those things how I'd like, but it also has not skipped a beat. Has not set me back where I'm missing a beat in work. I'm still able to work. I'm still able to produce. I'm still able to communicate. So it's kind of teaching me to kind of delegate and be a little bit more resourceful in how I conduct business, right? Again, one of the biggest things that I'm dealing with is accepting that help. And I've had some friends reach out to me that, like, somebody called me today, and good friends of mine. I won't share their information because I don't know if they're okay with me talking about this, but they reached out and they were like, hey man, saw your stuff, imagine it's difficult. Allow us to bring you dinner. Allow us to drop off some food, whatever it is you may need. And I had another buddy here that was visiting with me. We were dropping off some camera stuff, and I was just telling him how I had trouble, accepting that help. And in the midst of that, I get a phone call, and that friend of mine, the individual, was like, "Look, man, I'll get with my wife, and we'll drop off some food, or we'll drop off something this week. We'll get with you. What day's better?" And I was like, "Man, I like to eat, and I'm home just about all the time." And that's been difficult, man. That's been difficult accepting that. But as soon as I got off the phone, I just handled it kind of along the lines of like, you don't have to. I appreciate it. I'm thankful for it. And if you really would like to, I would definitely chow down because I like to eat. But you don't have to. And I kind of left it up to them. And the individual was like, man, you help us all the time. You look out for us when you can. So let us just pay you the favor back. And that's something that I've been learning to kind of just allow it, allow the help while it's here, allow the help while I'm down. I feel guilty, but I'm not milking the situation. I'm not trying to throw a little pity party. It does suck having to do this, but I need to probably slow down, and take this slow and just accept the help while I can, while I have it. And be thankful that I do have people in my life that extend the hand and reach out and check up on me and message me and all that. So it's it is nice to have that, but that's one of the things that I'm dealing with when it comes to this, and that's also one of the reasons why I haven't been posting a lot on social media, because of the fact that kind of just allowed myself to kind of grieve through what's going on, and I'm more disappointed in myself that this happened. But another conversation I had with one of my friends, and he's like, "Man, don't beat yourself up. You're being too difficult on yourself. Accidents happen. Not like I intentionally did this, right? I do know what I need to be a little bit more aware of going forward. Just not get a little too crazy and be a little bit more risk adverse or risk calculated, I guess, however you want to call it. I am young, but the body does start to feel a little more pain now. It doesn't heal as fast, I guess you could say. Things hurt a little bit more. So going forward, once I get through with this surgery, one of the things I plan to do is just really stretch a lot more, and just be a little bit more mindful and aware as to what I'm kind of consuming and all things, physically, mentally, spiritually, financially, food wise, and all that, like what it is that I'm consuming, and just be a little bit more selective as what I got going on, and learning to accept help even when I don't want it, because I know it's hard for me to be on the receiving end of help. I'm good helping, but I have difficulty accepting help. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm like that. But that's one of the things that I'm learning to do now. But with that being said, we are going to keep or work on providing more content and putting more out there, because there's a lot of stuff happening in real estate right now. There's a lot of stuff that's happening on my side. Referrals are coming in, and I have really no reason to complain. I have no reason to be to feel down or bad about my situation. All in all, this is just a little hiccup in this season that I'm in right now, and there are still a ton of blessings that are being delivered to me, and there are still a lot of blessings that I have in my life. From just support, friends and family, to business, to health, and all these other things, where this is just a little hiccup in this. And this isn't the first time that I've been in a difficult position. This is probably the second time I've actually had some sort of physical issues, as far as like when I cut my finger and almost lost the tip of my finger there. But just like we weathered that storm, and we've weathered every other storm that life and the good Lord has presented us with, we're going to move forward and do an evaluation as to, one, what we learned from this situation, what we can do to put ourselves in a better position going forward, and then what is some sort of really like longevity style lesson or we can put into place because of this. I miss being able to just walk and go run and go ride my bike. So I don't know, man. That's it. That's kind of where I'm at right now, and I wanted to put this out there just to give myself the history of like, dang, you remember when that happened and you pushed through that, because I've got a journal that I logged in that's in my truck. I'm looking over here like it's right here, but it's in my truck. I need to go grab and start writing it again, because I go back and reflect on some of the things that I've wanted to do, that I wrote about, that I have done. And I'm just going to keep pushing forward, because I know that with being consistent and keep, driving and putting one crutch in front of the other, that we can get through this. So I guess it's just a testimony to myself. To allow myself to be in this process, allow myself to receive help, allow myself to, soak up this season that I'm in, and then learn from it and push through it, and learn to control the emotions, learn to control everything that's happening right now and what I'm feeling, and then just push through. So that's it. Thank you guys for checking this stuff out, and I don't know. That's all I got. We'll update there, and we'll just move forward through life and see what we got going on. Much love, always.